people who own XRP. Everyone who came back to the crypto channel, thank you very much. As we start the new week on Sunday, let's see what's going on with the price of XRP. If you watched my report from yesterday, you should already know what's going on. We talked about the market as a whole, and it's a sea of red today, making it one of the worst days for the market ever. Ethereum is down about 7% on its own. People who say, oh, XRP is going down need to understand that this affects the whole market, not just XRP. But I'm sure people are happy from the point of view of accumulation, especially those who like to study and invest with the goal of dollar cost averaging in. They like times like these. It's said that some people are greedy while others are fearful, and fearful while others are greedy. If you look at it monthly, you can see that the prices of most coins have dropped by more than 10%. So there is definitely an opportunity for the market, especially for people who buy coins on a regular basis. But remember, as we all know, that nothing on this channel is meant to be taken as financial advice. If you want to invest in crypto, you should always do your own research and due diligence. Let's start with the price of $2.00. Right now, we're down about 5.4% in USD and about 4% in BTC, 4% less in Bitcoins than in USD. There's now $199 billion, 0 cents worth of Bitcoin traded every 24 hours. As we all know from my last report, the market is full of fear. As you can see, the crypto mood has changed from calm yesterday to fear today with a score of 42. I think we will go even lower tomorrow after this is updated because there is a lot of fear in the crypto area right now. This is because outside events that affect the whole world can make people afraid of the crypto market. Also, keep in mind that the crypto market never stops, unlike the regular market. And we see right away how to sleep. I think that as the new week starts, the stock market will tell me what you're doing and what you think in the comments below. But first, let's look at this. In the last 24 hours, more than 172,000 sellers have been shut down, resulting in losses of almost $700 million, 0 cents, with only $650 million, 0 cents coming from long bets. Also, as I've said many times before, stay away from trading sites that use leverage. If you want to invest in crypto, buy it through spot and hold on to it, because news that affects the market can wipe out your stock right away. But I really want you to stay away from leveraged trading sites because there is manipulation in the space and that can really hurt you. As someone who's worked in this field for almost 10 years, I've seen and done almost everything you can think of. I've been through ICOs, NFTs, memes, lever trading, and all that other nonsense. Trust me, this is not it because I've lost a lot of money and don't want my fans to lose that much money or make that mistake. I'm not going to name any trades, but a lot of them will say things like, you'll get this bonus, that bonus, blah, blah, blah. Has nothing to do with the point, but I've been offered crazy amounts of money to promote some of these leverage trading sites. I turn them down though because I don't believe them. Of course, someone would do it for money, but that's not it. That's not what I think at all, and I think you should stay away from it too. Now that I'm done ranting, let's look at this. It was said that when bad news comes out, the bottom is in, and when good news comes out, the top is in. Is this the bottom in? I don't know, but I'm not against the idea. As you can see, Bitcoin is still worth 102,700 even after what Zoom said. The price of Bitcoin is in the 6 figures and a lot is happening around the world. That should tell you something about how stable this asset class is and how much interest there is in it. A lot of people will forget about this, but we can't forget how strong it is right now. That's really important. Cool. When looked at as a whole, when it comes to psychological price points, the fact that Bitcoin is still in the 23.6 fib zone is not where we want it to be. It should go down even more, and it could still go as low as $100,000, 0 cents. But overall, we're still charging 6 figures, which is, again, really, really amazing. Don't forget that XRP longs were leveled off again today and are still above $2.00, which is pretty good compared to psychological price points. Take a look at what it says That's why we think XRP is the way of the future for Wall Street. It is already possible for XRP to connect traditional finance with decentralized finance. This is from Jikram, CEO, which you already know. Because XRP is a local token, payments will happen right away instead of waiting 2 or 3 days. I meant to say that Ripple is already in the system and is leading the charge to change it from Wall Street. On top of that, 3iQ introduced the XRP ETF to big buyers. Of course, you know about the 3iQ ETF that went live on the Toronto Stock Exchange in Canada. As you may know, XRP has a lot of room to grow thanks to the development of its XRP ledger. This ledger aims to add smart contracts functionality so that other use cases are possible in the blockchain that weren't possible before, with a strong focus on actual use cases and institutional partnerships and adoption. XRP is different from other smart contracts enabled blockchains because since January 2015, one XRP coin used in the XRP record has gone from being worth $2.00 to being worth more than $2.19, a return of 10,800%. The RXRP is without a doubt one of the best digital assets of the last 10 years. This shows how useful it is in the real world. There's a lot of demand and attention, but let's look at what's happening with the dominance. The dominance is breaking and it won't stop anytime soon. On top of that, I've been talking about power in all of my updates, so that shouldn't come as a surprise on the Crypto CX channel. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if while BTC has gone up a bit since our last report, we're still not out of the woods, so keep that in mind. If you look at XRP, it's clearly below the 38.2 fib zone. It was around 208 cents, but now it's about 2.1 cents. Clearly holding on to a major support line. Of course, this is a very important support because it's a psychological level, but as I said, $1.91 is still on the table. Some people say crypto, which means it could go even lower, but I don't think we couldn't fall below this support again in the short term. The next one would be if BTC falls below 100,000, it's clear that control will rise. We could fall below this mark. It's not impossible, but you can't deny that the price of XRP is still holding up very well. No matter what's going on in the crypto market, XRP is still holding up better than a lot of other digital assets. It's something I'm going to keep saying on this show. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have fun with crypto and Visa.